Disclaimer, drip is a life changer. Now all I do is chill and write bangers. Morph into the green like the White Ranger. Taking my block to the top just like Jenga. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make some change like Drip Coach did. Posted like daily, put you under hypnosis. Fuck around with another dev and get ghosted. It's hopeless. We so bullish like Mike Jordan. All the fun fading away is quite enormous. Building a bridge, kinda like a chorus for those missing in action like Chuck Norris. Run for it, run away, don't come back. We stick together, on point like thumbtacks. Grab the Iron Man, they gone from one snap, going hard for the network. That's a fun fact. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make.
You guys hear me now? Yeah, looks like it. Looks like that was the correct setting. So who we got in the chat? What's good? What's good? Can you guys hear me? See, I got Telegram notifications. Close that. Who we got? Happy New Year to all you. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Think you can. See, we got some viewers. Okay, now, oh, what's up, Steven Riley? What's good? Appreciate you giving me some feedback. So at least I'm not talking to the moon. Shout out to Bruno Mars. So yeah, man, 2024, it's here. And things are definitely looking brighter in the crypto scene, even in the little drip scene we got. So all in all, I'm hoping this will be more profitable than the last year. I mean, technically, I got in at the tail end of, not at the tail end. So I got in the drip definitely at the tail end, but in the DeFi, I got in right in the middle of crypto summer last cycle, but I was too busy trying to figure out how to do things and navigate the space. And by the time you figure it all out, the bull run is over and you're wrecked because all that learning curve you spend jumping into different dApps, it's great in the beginning. So I think all of us that are here and have been tapped in for the last year and a half will fare better in the next 18 months. So what up, little crypto NZ? What up, team King 254? Salute. Yeah, happy to see you all still here, still tapped in. And I guess you all are aware of the biggest announcement in the drip ecosystem. Well, before we go there, I don't know if you've seen, we did have, not here, where is it? He did give us, I know none of you actually care about this, but I still cover it. One, hoping just to keep other people from getting wrecked in the future. But two, I cover it because as soon as there's a pump, I'm getting the hell out of this as well, just like everybody else. But also keeping tabs on everything that's going on. So this was the latest update. And I don't even think it's Forex anymore. I think this is whoever the new manager is. They put out this stuff. So last time he made a post on Black Hole was December 30th. So that's not bad. I thought it was longer than that. So it looks like they're still about 1 week apart. So it was from his personal Twitter that it had been, or X, it had been over since November 30th. But it looks like on X, on the official, they're doing something every week, so to speak, it looks like. So that's not bad. I guess got to give them, whoever is managing this, some props about keeping the community updated. But this latest one, it's not really telling you anything, so I can't say it's actually updated. But this latest one, we're making great progress, start the new year. Our current main focus is to dial in our platform to provide the highest grade security possible, measure twice, cut once. So if we do, I can acknowledge that, yes, security from external exploits has always been SAFU. Internal exploits, not so much. Forex moving funds around and then things just disappearing, nope, can't figure out where that stuff goes. And then internal players getting insider scooping advantage and manipulating things, can't navigate that either. But at least externally, we've never seen any exploits. Got to give them that. So that is your latest update for Black Hole Finance. Now over to the one thing that's got the community super bullish and exciting, albeit not from Forex, that would be DripX. So if you guys are not following that, I at least urge you to jump into Telegram to at least get some eyes on this and, see what you think it is or what you think the play would be. It is coming from the Kitchen Sink development team, Pulse Drip development team, Hustle and Crypto development team, Burn Swap development team. So at least these guys have, man, now that I think about that, dude, that's been in the last maybe 18 months. They put out at least 5 dApps that I can count. And Forex has done 1. And I think they have only 3 people, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's Hustleman Matt, Bandit, and someone else. So they got a small dev team and they have other jobs. So that's impressive that this team is just constantly putting out stuff and listening to the community to put out things the community wants and then be transparent. Like he's got AMAs with him, forward facing, you know who he is. And as far as I've seen, they haven't been exploited either. So this project has the community pretty bullish from what I've seen, and the charts reflect it. So now there will be essentially kind of 4 ways to arbitrage. I guess it's still just 3. So you have the wrap drip token, and then you have pancake swap drip, then you have the native dex drip. And now with this, you will be providing liquidity with wrap drip and drip X. So nobody knows what chain drip X will be on. But since it can be paired with wrap drip, it could be on any chain. I think the most liquidity they have on chains is Arbitrum and Binance. So I'm going to just deduce that common sense would say that it'd be on Binance because there's actually the pancake swap DEX for you to trade, wrap drip with drip. And in order for this to actually work, you need to have a decent liquidity pool. So right now there is, what is that? BSC, about 3.8 million, if I'm not mistaken, in the wrap drip contract, close to 4 million. Let us see. Did I click the right one? Let's go here. Drip token takes me right back. Holders. And yeah, 3.86. So that would be the biggest place for liquidity. I mean, I haven't checked Pulse or Arbitrum or whatever else, but in order to get over there, you got to start here first. So I'm assuming this will be the largest. What do we got in the chat? It says Binance in the Twitter header also. It says Binance in the Twitter header also. Eh? What are you talking about, Willis? You talking about? Oh, right here. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, that gives it away then. Thanks for the alpha. David Brown, much appreciated. New day and new dollar. What up to you? I'm in, coach. Glad they could finally recognize your power within the community. Yeah, I appreciate him reaching out and offering that seat at the table, for lack of a better word, because I did tell him it's kind of interesting to pick the exact same figureheads to manage a chat when they've had questionable behavior. And you can just erase all of the issues that I've documented on Ray. The biggest questionable behavior would be literally him and Lady Mania have notoriously booted and kicked people out of different chats simply because of what they say in other chats. Like, that is not someone you want as your community manager. That is not someone you want to manage people at all. Like, if you can't be unbiased, like, how ridiculous is that? I did a video on that a while back, like about the neighborhood and things of that nature. It's like, whatever you do in your house doesn't affect your neighbor or the grocery store or anywhere else. Like, each house, you're allowed to do what you want in your house so long as it doesn't violate anybody else's house. So like, you can't just burn down your house and let it burn down your neighbors, right? But you can say whatever you want. You're in your house. And if you have a house party there and people come over and are talking or sharing or do whatever they want, that should not have any effect on what you do at the community clubhouse, for example. So those two have shown that they cannot be unbiased and let the little power, I guess, go to their head, and they just kick people out of chats for no reason and block them. So I mentioned that to him, and then he asked if I would like to be an admin. I was like, well, if you're willing to have me, I'll take it. But I don't actually babysit in the admin chat. So if people tag me, I respond, but I don't go in there just to chat and hang out. I got other things to do. But I do appreciate that opportunity for sure. So what do you guys think about Drip X? What do you think about the kitchen sink app itself? Are you guys bullish? What do you think about the 2024 bull run we're in? Where are we at with those thoughts? I'm hopeful. I can definitely see Drip clawing its way out of the what do you call it? The grave, and then being able to sell into a pump. However, like I've mentioned multiple times, it's going to be a tough climb because there's so many people that want to just dump on the sidelines. And I don't blame them. I mean, I'm one of them. I don't want to dump everything, especially if it starts climbing back. But there's so many people that are wrecked from this protocol. And then so many that are rich that they can afford to keep the price lower as well. So it's going to be tough. But there's 200 million drip now in wallets. And again, that's still a small cap. Don't get me wrong. That is extremely small liquidity. But here's the thing that I struggle with. In order for this price pump to come, that typically will mean in the bull run that there are unsuspecting, unknowing, uneducated investors pouring in. And we are basically just trying to dump our bags on somebody else. The only way that will not be the case is with real utility and things of that nature. So like kitchen sink is utility, but it's just gambling. Like there's nothing of value coming in from any outside non-speculative sources. Of course, liquidity provision is utility as well, but there's still some gambling in that. The one that I saw, like games is definitely utility. So if there can be some games, which now with Wrap Drip, that is possible, but there can be some solid games that bring in some people that want to play, then there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. The only game I'm aware of right now, and it's lacking from marketing, is Bitfighters. That is a solid ecosystem, man. ZZ and Vader have built an entire ecosystem similar to River City Ransom on the Nintendo days. And there's so much more, but they just need some serious marketing. That's the only thing that's missing. And I think that game could see some solid adoption. But if there's anything like that or whatever, and even the new AI narrative and all sorts of stuff come with that, who knows? So I am hopeful. I just don't want to be dumping my bags on somebody else the same way I got dumped on. So if it's a utility and then the bull run and just, B&B goes up and everybody's just FOMOing back in and the existing drip community is buying back in, then hey, I'm all for it. But if it's just brand new speculative investors that don't know anything, that's a tough sell. Let's see. David Brown, I'm enjoying kitchen sink more than I did drip faucet. Satisfies my daily hydrate addiction. Man, you're doing better than me because I am no longer addicted to hydrating. I have completely forgot. Like I think I've been in the kitchen sink B&B side for probably close to 2 months. So I should have at least 30 built up claims. I have like 7. Maybe not even 7. It might be 6. Like, I forget to go into that thing. There's so much going on now. Like I've just kind of fallen by the wayside, but still try to put out content and keep pulse on things. But I've just stacked blue chips and kind of stayed away from the DGen DeFi space. So the allure is gone, but maybe I'll get back into it with the bull run. So shouts out to you, man. Congrats. Drip Fortune, not going to lie, if it goes over 10 cents, I want to sell everything, but I honestly want to see how high drip can go. 50, $1, $2. I'm right there with you, bro. Like I said, it's not impossible. This right here is a small cap token. Like, let's look at some market caps because we've seen, well, actually we can go back to drip and we know that drip at its all-time high was sitting at about 150, easily from 100 to 150 million market cap. So it's not unusual to see that, and we could definitely see it again for sure. Let's look at categories. Let's go to chains. Let's just stick with Binance Smart Chain and see what are the market caps. Why is this in bits? I remember I changed that. Why did I do that? Who reads this in bits? Where the hell do you go back and change that to? Geez Louise. I was doing that to look at bits and sats. Satoshi's currency. There we go. Maybe one day we'll be transacting in bits when Bitcoin becomes the actual base layer and replaces gold and the fiat Ponzi collapses. But anyway, let's look at this. So these are all just huge. $1 million market caps. $1 billion market caps. So we got into here. Let's go, yeah, somewhere around here. Bounce, Trias Labs. I don't recognize any of these. Blue Zell. It's not Bluezilla. Metric, Insure DeFi. So all these sound like utility tokens and not just DeFi tokens. There's the Venus is a DEX, liquidity providing. Baby Doge, that's a straight meme token. So there you go. There's a market cap of what we would need to basically have a $1 drip. Now, how many token holders are in this to create that? Let's go. So anything's possible. That's basically what you need to remember, because meme tokens, there's 1.7 million holders. God, people love their memes. So we're sitting at 30 to 40, 50,000 somewhere in there. So that is not right at all. But yeah, it's possible. So in order for that to happen, this would have to definitely go up, because the way I see it, the holders that you see reflected here are already also reflected here, meaning they all got enough drip and they want to see a price pump. So of course there's still capital on the sidelines that they could put in, but from what I'm seeing in the charts and the numbers, and you look at DexTool, most of these people are just putting their capital into other meme tokens and shitcoins. Why? Because it gives them better returns. So, or it's more speculative, hasn't been wrecked as bad, whatever the case may be. So even though the volume is there, the liquidity is there, the market cap potential is there from this amount of holders, I think we will have to, get this up to like 250,000, 500,000, start to trend upwards. And then we will be able to see what you mentioned, drip fortune, 50 cents, $1, $2. Like it's definitely not impossible. The bull run, anything is possible. Just BNB alone going at least a 3x gives us a solid 10-cent floor. So I'm not out at all. I think I'm still sitting around like 43,000 drip that I have in total. So for me to break even, it's basically like just under $1. It's like 80 cents or something like that. But I, much like you, will be taking profits all the way up. I will create an exit strategy and probably keep a small moon bag of like 25%. So I'll be willing to sell 75% at a 50% loss, and I will call that a win, and then keep the moon bag on the side. Like that's my strategy. I'll put the spreadsheet together. Something that Michael Saylor actually said. He's selling like 236. Let me see. Michael Saylor selling shares. Because he's got basically creating a dollar cost average strategy to sell shares of stock. Michael Saylor selling 5,000 per day. I just heard this. Yeah, here we go. He planned on selling around 5,000 shares each trading day of the year, all the way through April 25th. So he is going all in on Bitcoin as soon as, I guess, this ETF is announced or something like that. Like, or I think he's going to start this right now, period. So this is a better article. $216 million, man. So I was bringing this up because this is what I plan to do kind of on the way out of drip. Just create a dollar cost average strategy on the way out. Once we start seeing some solid trends, that way I'm taking profits no matter what. And I'll be moving those straight into Bitcoin or BNB or ETH, whatever. Because I think we still have a little ways for Bitcoin. It's not going to go parabolic immediately. What else we got? Am I wrong to think? Let's see. Oh, what up, Philip? Happy to see you in the chats. Hi, Coach. Any more info on this new Drip X? Happy to see Drip going back up. Yeah, I just shared that. So the only info we got is that in order to participate, you'll have to buy Drip X. Now we don't know how that works. Will it just be a token by itself on Binance Smart Chain, or will it be like kind of a faucet kind of thing like they did with Pulse Drip, where it's dripped out after you provide liquidity? But the play right now is basically pairing Wrap Drip with Drip X on Binance. But right now there is no Drip X for you to pair. So the only play, and that's smart of them because they're teaming with other community projects. So think of how this works. In order for you to participate with this, you got to have this. Well, in order to have this, that requires you to either A, buy Drip and then wrap it, or take your existing Drip out of your wallet and wrap it. So that means that you are putting it into a contract. So that's really smart to put this out there right now, putting focus on Wrap Drip, because again, from the community side, DripX developers, Hustleman Matt and Bandit, have good rapport. AI, I've seen some negative comments. Basically, I don't have any contact with them, so I have no idea who they are, but they rub people the wrong way with the whole AI drip and the NFT and then going ghost and then coming back and all this stuff. So by Hustleman Matt doing this, he puts eyes back on this project, and this does have real utility. Like, the only issue I have with Wrap Drip is that bridges are constantly getting hacked. So I don't know how bridge security works. That's outside my scope. That's for a dev thing, but all bridges have been hacked, even the biggest ones like Binance. So that gives me pause. Could this be an issue when all of a sudden there is 10 million, 20 million drip in this contract, bridge, wherever it has to go? Is there an exploit we just don't know about? That's the issue. And if drip starts going up, this becomes a gold mine for a hacker, because they can just liquidate this and unwrap it and then sell the drip, basically. So something to be careful about. But hope that answers your question, Philip. Ricardo, am I wrong to think that when drip pumps, most will sell and that will drop the price again big time? And how will new investors or even new will want to invest here? No, you're not wrong. That's expected. So what'll happen is drip will pump and then people will start to sell and take profits. But I believe, depending on the pump, as long as there's sustainability, so if we're in the bull run, it won't look like this, pump and then dump and then trail off. It should start trading sideways at some stage, like a normal actual token, like maybe cake. Because you'll be in the bull run and then people will be speculating. So we should see this, but little higher highs, higher lows, because of also the BNB price. So, but what will take it from that to some kind of parabolic? Let's see if there's something on here. I think it's the previous bull run. Well, we'll take it to up and to the right, like this, would be utility, games, and like I just mentioned before, a bunch more people piling into it. So if it's trending, and I think the community can do this. So I believe, like I told everybody multiple times, that's why I said the market cap or total supply is way more than 220 million. There are tons of people that are just not paying attention right now to drip. And when the bull run kicks back in, and you see it already on local news and national news and trending in regular social media feeds, that will get people that were in at the previous bull run to go, oh yeah, DeFi, crypto. Didn't I get into some of that? Let me see. Where's that seed phrase? What was that thing? MetaMask? What was that thing? Drip? Let me do a Google search. Let me go back into YouTube. And then when they come back, they will be banging on that claim button and they will cause drip to mint again. And they will not probably even remember how much they put in the drip. So therefore they too will be selling, but now the attention will be back on drip. And then they would potentially, if things are going right, they would look to buy back in. So you're not wrong. That will be short-term expected volatility, but depending on when it's introduced in this bull run and depending on how the macro is doing, that could just be noise. There's this bull run should be a lot more people piling into crypto. Let me see. Metcalf law, crypto adoption. I want to know where we're at. Cycle. Metcalfs. Because we should have, I don't even know how many people are in crypto right now, but let's see. Does it say how many? 2018, here we go. So 460 million Bitcoin addresses. So Bitcoin is the leading king of crypto. So till we get that to like half the population, then there's always going to be potential for a lot more people to pile in. And as more people pile in, then they start seeing, you know, other more risque projects to get into. So I'm hopeful for this. I'm not counting drip out at all. And that's simply because of the community and simply because of the macro environment. Zero to do with Forex. And actually, my little spidey senses say that Forex will actually crush the project again. So I have a feeling that once it starts to actually climb out of the catacombs and the grave it buried itself in, that's when Forex will come back from underneath the rock and be like, hey, I've always been bullish on drip. I've always supported the community. I got some bullish news. I'm going to change the contract. We're going to go back to a Faucet 2.0 that's more bullish than before. Because remember, that contract can be changed. Drip can and forever and ever, amen, be minted until Forex burns the keys to that contract. So even though right now it's turned off, he can very easily flip the switch and turn it back on. Even his liquidity locker BS BNB kind of thing he was talking about was going to have drip being minted or created or whatever, but it's supposed to come from the taxes and the buys or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But either way, it was creating drip from nowhere. So as long as he's got his finger on the button and he controls it, drip is never secure, in my opinion. Secure from inflation and his wannabe bullish narrative. So I'm still hopeful that the community can override all that, but just keep that in the back of your mind as a potential red flag. Because I watched the Titan X video, they also have a dragon token that will be built on top of Titan X to help remove Titan X from the market. Yeah, everybody's kind of going the dragon narrative due to Chinese New Year. So I believe there will be some dragon tokens. There might already be, right? Some brand new dragon tokens. How many do we have in here? Silly Dragon, Dragon Train, Fable Dragon. Yeah, there. So right now we see like 6 on CoinGecko. I would imagine that would like double, triple. As soon as, not as soon, but in the near future, for sure. Everybody's gonna be playing the dragon narrative. Man, I don't even need $1. I'll be happy with 30 cents. This has been one hell of a ride. You ain't lying, Von Glass. I hear you. Scott B, at the moment, my goal for drip is to sell 50% and net at an absolute minimum 10K after tax and fees. We'll see if I can get there, but this year the price will probably need to hit $5. Man, don't even tell me that. $5, I would be over the moon. I'll be over the moon at 50 cents. But $5, it's not impossible, but that's hard as hell. I don't see that. I can see $1. Like if I were to give my most bullish narrative, I could see $1, but it would be a hard trek upward, and it will require, like I said, like, yeah, we would need 1 million wallet holders. Nothing shy of 1 million for us to get to $1. And 1 million's not a lot of individual holders for a cryptocurrency. Again, it's not that big of a deal. When did Baby Doge get created? When did this thing come out? That's not what I want. I can never find that filter button that gives me the contract creation date. Where are you? I guess this was it. So they've been around for a while. 2021. That's about right with Drip. So that's actually not bad. So it came out right after Drip. And it's just a meme token. So I mean, that again is what gives me hope, is because there are so many meme tokens that degens just FOMO into. So why not Drip? That's the question. Like, you can find now for every meme token you find that has 1 million holders in a $250 million market cap, $200 market cap, you'll find another 200 meme tokens that have crashed and burned. So I get it. You know, it's a shot in the dark, but it does happen. That's all I can say. Like, so what does this look like? Just out of curiosity. Where is it up? It's up? What? Really? From launch? Wow. Interesting. I'm not buying any baby Doge, but I was curious. True, Drip's worst enemy is its creator. Facts. So being realistic, where do you see Drip? Yeah, my realistic price, I'm gonna say where it'll settle or where to shoot to. I think we'll get like a quarter or somewhere in there. I don't know by when, but I think we're gonna settle around this 10-cent level. I just believe there's just gonna be so much sell pressure on 10 cents. But with any of those other things coming, I believe that could be broken. So, actually, we broke right through that. So we went from 22 and plummeted all the way down to 4. So there is no support at 10 cents. I lied. We may not even get there. So actually, it's a double-edged sword. So what could happen due to TA? We could break through. So we'll probably bounce around 5. That's hard. That is currently resistance, but it could become support. And if it gets through 5, then I'd say we would break all the way through up to about 25 cents. 25 cents is a 20 to 25 cents. Now, you can't really do TA on this at all, but there are just psychological levels. There's the human psyche and behavior analysis of just how people act. And it's just easy to take profits at these kinds of levels, and it's easy to calculate things. So therefore, humans will always default to that. So I see us getting stuck at 5 and then realistically getting to a quarter. And then I think there'd be a ton of sell pressure. So I think a lot of people would let it blast right through this to see how high it would go. And then your 10 cent level, 20 cent, 25 cent is where they take some profits, but there could be enough. It's got to be buy pressure, though. That's the thing. We need buy pressure. So that buy pressure is only coming from, like I said, 10xing this number. Now, where are those people going to come from? Well, hopefully Hustleman Matt's project and AI Rap Drips project and Bitfighters and Drip Marble Run and what are those guys' names again? The ones that I like their Wasteland Labs, these guys. So hopefully these things, if they get the right amount of marketing behind them, there's lots of projects. That's the thing. There are lots of projects. So all those need is marketing. And the projects like Kitchen Sink and maybe like DripX sound like solid projects. So with the right marketing and kind of in the bull run, the marketing does itself. So I think we will see new content creators come into the space as well as old ones pop back in, maybe. I don't know. Sky's the limit, man. Bull run, you can't call it. You just gotta expect the unexpected, man. That's my realistic price. It's a long shot, but I will have to keep accumulating. I will hopefully hit a half decent sell point by 2025, 2026. I don't know if we'll go that far. 2026, I wouldn't count on. 2025, yeah, the bull run might be slowing down at that stage, or we might hit the peak around this time, 2025. So I personally will only have a moon bag at that stage. I'm going to look at those psychological take profit levels and figure out my strategy similar to Michael Saylor. Like, I'm not making money. I'm just cutting losses at that stage. But exactly like he's doing, he's got $216 million worth, and he's just going to sell $5,000 per day based off of a minimum sell price, he said. And then that's every day. It's going to be like 400,000 shares. So, and I value this guy's strategy and opinion. He is super smart. I like listening to him ramble on about tech and stuff like that. So I think that's a solid approach to incorporate from a self-made millionaire and a solid business mindset. Damn, Bobby, what's the Drip X Alpha? I already shared it. You got to go back and watch. I've shared it twice now, and I got a video coming out tomorrow about it. And I'm about to wrap this up. Been right at an hour. Nope, we're at the 45-minute mark, but I'm running out of things to discuss. So we've discussed Drip, discussed Drip X, discussed Wrap Drip, all the above. So other than that, where's the news? Do they have them news? I thought they had a newsletters. No, I thought they just had a news section. Crypto market, newsletters, events, markets, finance. Anyway, trying to see if they had anything of importance to discuss, to see. I guess their newsletter would be the closest thing to it. What is Watcher Guru? Watcher Guru. What do they got on the news? What's the latest, greatest in you guys' hood? What I miss? What are you guys getting into? AI is definitely making some headwinds. That is going to get insane fast, man. Oh, man. I mean, it already has. Just over a year. Shiba Inu to burn 10 trillion SHIB in January. That's impressive. 3,500. Forgot how high ETH got to. Didn't ETH get like 4 and some change? Where are you, ETH? Ether. Is that the right ETH? That's not the right ETH. Yeah, it is. No, that's not ETH. Shame on you, CoinGecko. Why didn't it come up as the first listing? Didn't they get to 48? Yeah, damn near got to 5. Yeah. I think we're going to see some massive. Well, actually, Gare Soloway says, yeah, alts will pump, but they're going to hit a brick wall in the short to near future and then dump massively. But I think if that happens, that is a perfect accumulation opportunity, man. In ETH, BNB, Solana, Polkadot, Cardano, all those. Because again, massive onboarding is coming in this cycle. Stable swap pays out good. Yeah, I heard. I didn't get into it. I basically just, like I said, just accumulating blue chips on my other ledger. After I got wrecked, I went super secure, fearful. And so I got a ledger that I don't connect at all, and then just accumulating BTC, ETH, and BNB. That's it. I still have some alts on Coinbase that I was using a DCA strategy on, but those I don't really care about. So all of the DeFi stuff, stable swap, I haven't added any capital to it. Everything that I have in there has just been moved around. So like whatever is sitting in, what is that? Kitchen sink, BNB side actually came from Drip or Elephant Money or whatever the case may be. Speaking of Elephant, what are they doing? I don't have them here. I'm curious because that is one that seems to keep doing what it's supposed to do. That's not bad. It's kind of trending sideways again. So after that big sell-off, where is it sitting at? How far down is that? 38% since October. Yeah, it's not the best, but you are still getting reflections. So And BT seems to definitely know what he's doing and continues to build. Also seems to take his toys and go home, so to speak, so he doesn't work with other devs. ZZ from Bitfighters reached out to him. He pretty much just told him, yeah, just buy Elephant. So we'll see what this does. I got my little small bag of Elephant tokens just to see what that does. And that has potential too. That community is really strong, and they trust BT even with all of the other stuff. Unlike what Forex has done, he fragmented the community. So there's still definitely people with their heads down and believe everything Forex says, but I think the bulk have pulled the veil back and realized the emperor has no clothes. So I will be interested to see what this does. Seems like the math and stuff he built into this is much more solid than anything else I've seen. And he keeps adding utility and stuff to the ecosystem. So I think that has some potential. And it already bounced off that dip down here. So what was that? 38% as well. So that ain't bad. It recovered since, when was that? December 5th through 19th. So even this will see some positive price appreciation because, again, it's tied to BNB, right? So, and I also think the community is much more supportive. The developer is much more competent. He's more transparent, forward facing, all this stuff. So you put that together and sprinkle in a bull run and crypto adoption. And the fact that he's been completely innovative. Everything that Forex has done is just copy paste. So I wouldn't count them out. I'm not like an Elephant Money Maxi or anything like that, but definitely pulled my head out of my butt after being gaslit by the community about BT being a bad developer and stuff. Let the charts speak the truth. None of the other stuff matters. Yo, Matt Lane, what up? How was your visit, your US visit? It's still going on, Matt. I am still here. I'll probably be hanging out here for a little while. I got some personal stuff to take care of, and it's going to be more time consuming than I expected. But this also gives me a chance to go visit the VA and update my medical records and get me some VA pay. So it's not all bad. But definitely I'll be here for a little while. So far so good, but I actually don't recognize this country anymore, to say the least. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. But making the best of it. Chase, what up? Happy New Year to you as well. Well, hell, I might just slide by Texas while you're there. Yeah, well, look me up if you do. I'll be here for at least a few months, I think. Less than 6 is the goal. But time will tell. Definitely look me up. Hit a brother up. I'm going to cap it there. No cap. Capping it there. Think that was a fun dive and reflection back into info on the ecosystem and where things are going for the broader narrative. Keep your eyes peeled. There's also some interesting stuff that I'm not going to touch on, but be leery of what you see in the news and on social media, whenever they're trying to get your attention with a bunch of stuff. Ask yourself why. So I'm not even going to tell you what that stuff is, but you guys can scroll through Twitter, scroll through social media, scroll through the news, and see what's trending and getting a lot of attention. And then ask yourself why. That's all I can say. Why do they want you to look over here and what's going on the other side? Keep that in mind. For real, we need to type. Yeah, most def. Hit me up. All right, I will end it there. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Actually, one more thing. I'm going to try to come up with a different time. So this is technically my DGAFUD. Don't give a FUD. video, but now that I'm in the States, this is actually officially Thursday, even though before it was Fridays. So I'm going to try, it was Friday in Cambodia. I'm going to try to actually do a different Friday video going forward. I haven't scheduled it, but I got to look at the schedule here and see what would work with you all. But I'll be moving it to Fridays. So maybe next week or maybe the following week. So I might skip a week and then come back to this after I figure out, probably put a poll out and see when you guys want it and if that aligns with the schedule of stuff I got to do. It's a pain in the butt to run a business in a separate country that's complete opposite time zone. And then try to be a part of the normal day-to-day operations in the time zone you're in. So I'll have to figure out how that'll work, but I'm going to definitely slide it to Friday. Just got to figure out what time that'll be. All right. Appreciate you guys popping in. And if you don't know, now you know. Smash that HBO special, help brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.